welcome back to the Last Fan Standing channel. Today, whenever you watch this, we are bringing to you our Clash at the Castle predictions, the first stadium show in the United Kingdom in 30 years. Now, this isn't just going to be the six of us doing predictions. No. This is a six-man tag team match scheduled to determine the number one contenders. I'll explain that in a minute. To the undisputed Last Fan Standing Heavyweight Championship, which is currently held by Tyler the Young Buck Woodward. Now, this six-man tag team match is going to be between Team USA versus Team UK. Team UK will consist of Leon, myself, and Tyler. Team America USA consists of Snes, Trent, and Trevor. The winner of the six-man tag will go on to Extreme Rules. Either it will be a triple threat or it will be a fail four-way. But either way, let's get into predictions. Start off with those boys across the pond. Team
America, fuck yeah!
This is SNES representing Team USA. Predictions for Clash at the Castle. Tag team match. Edge and Rey Mysterio versus the Judgment Day. Judgment Day to win. Intercontinental title match. Gunther defending against Sheamus. Gunther to retain. Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle. No contest. Next match. Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka versus Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. Bayley's team to win. SmackDown Women's title match. Liv Morgan defending against Shayna Baszler. Liv Morgan to retain. Undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns defends against Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre to win.
So, here we are. It's about time that the USA shows these dirty Brits how predictions are done with a little bit of class. It's time for Trent's predictions for Clash at the Castle. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, I have Shayna Baszler because Liv Morgan is just not working out. I'm sorry. I know we all wanted her to win, but, I just don't think it's working. And I mean, Triple H could turn it around. I feel like Triple H has been doing well in all other aspects of the company, but he's got a soft spot for Shayna. I wouldn't be surprised if she walks away, so that's why I'm voting Shayna Baszler. I also have Bayley, Dakota, and Io Shirai, or Io Sky, I guess. Didn't really get that name change. Beating the all-babyface team of Asuka, Alexa Bliss, and Bianca Belair. That's a pretty unpopular choice, but I mean, you kind of need to throw them a bone. Like, don't have Belair take the pin, but at the same time, have Bayley's group win, because I think everybody and their mother was shocked that Kai and Sky, I can see why they renamed her now, did not win the Women's Tag Team Championships. Bit of a weird decision. Bit of a dumb decision from Triple H. One of the weird Triple H L's that he's made throughout the years. Because apparently Dakota Kai can't be a champion. That's just an unspoken rule in the WWE, apparently. I have Riddle beating Seth Rollins. I guess he's Matt Riddle now, again. After that super intense promo, this rivalry's gotten personal. And honestly, Matt Riddle all the way, baby. He's entertaining. Seth can afford a loss here and there. I have Gunther retaining the Intercontinental Championship against Sheamus. I know there are some people out there that want to be like, oh, Sheamus needs the Intercontinental Championship. He needs to be a Grand Slam champion before he retires. He'll get that belt eventually. But right now, Gunther is going to walk away as Intercontinental Champion. And if you could, WWE, maybe fantasy book an ending where the Brutes blame Butch for their loss, for Sheamus' loss, and as they're attacking Butch, Gunther and Kaiser save them, and thus Butch decides to go back to his roots and become Pete Dunne. Just that's a little bit of fantasy booking, but whatever. I miss Pete Dunne. Judgment Day will beat the Mysterios. This rivalry is still going on for Some reason. Oh yeah, Edge is also in this match. They should have just done Edge versus Finn Balor. That's like Edge versus Finn Balor. That's the match you should have done. But the Mysterios are still involved, and Dominic's being a simp for Rhea Ripley, so whatever. And finally, the most unpopular choice of them all. I do believe, indeed, that Drew McIntyre has a good chance of winning the WWE Undisputed Championship. I know, it's a long shot. They're in the UK. And a lot of people are saying, you don't want to waste Drew's big win and Roman's finally being unseating as champion for a cheap UK pot. But think about it. They're celebrating Roman's 2-year anniversary as champion. Cody's out for a while. And on top of all that, Roman has had Drew's number in recent weeks. So, I feel like Drew has enough momentum to become champion. The biggest crime against Drew McIntyre's championship reign was that he never had a live audience. And it's a shame because he was really good. He was probably one of the benchmarks of the whole pandemic era and was doing really great as champion. So just let him have his moment. Pull another Bulldog winning the IC title in the main event of SummerSlam. Or, heck, if Drew's not going to win, give us a Fiend return. Give us something that'll signal the end of the Roman Empire. I just can't deal with it anymore. But those are my projections. See you later, last man standing. And may the best team win, by which I mean the best country. USA, baby.
What's up? It's your boy here to fill out Team America at the Clash at the Castle predictions. What do we got? Let's see. Edge and Mysterio versus Judgment Day. Judgment Day's winning that one. There are shenanigans afoot, and I'm predicting that Dominic's going to turn on his team. I think that's where most people are going and join Judgment Day. But one way or another, something is happening. And Mysterio and Edge are not winning that. We got Gunther versus Sheamus. As much as I kind of want to see Sheamus become a Grand Slam champion, be kind of cool, especially over across the pond, Gunther is just now starting to hit. Gunther is such a gross name. He's starting to hit his stride here with Triple H taking over, and I think he's going to be a dominant champion for a while. So I'm going to go with Gunther, I guess. Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins. This one's honestly the hardest to call on the card. Well, no, this one's the hardest to call. Just everything normally would tell me that this one's going to be for Riddle, but the way that Seth has been talking about moving on to the championship picture after this, even though I don't necessarily think he's going to, I think they want him to come out of here looking strong because he's been losing a little bit recently. And Riddle has room to lose and do other stuff. So I think Rollins is going to take this one. Bianca, Alexa, and Asuka versus Team Thicky Thick. After losing the tag titles for whatever reason, the dominant heel faction, I feel like, needs to do something strong. So I think they're gonna go over, pull some dirty heel tactics. Don't think they're gonna win. We might see a Sasha and Naomi appearance related to that. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but what's the name for them? Sky, and Thighs is what we call them. They are going over. Liv Morgan, Shayna Baszler. This needs to be Shayna Baszler in every single way. Shayna Baszler deserves a championship run. Shayna Baszler is looking as dominant as she did in NXT. Liv Morgan should not have cashed in yet. Liv Morgan is not looking very dominant right now. Despite all of that, I think Liv Morgan is taking it. I think she's retaining. I think they're going to ride with her a little bit longer. Oh, but man, is it Shayna's time right now. And finally, the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match between Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. Listen, guys. I know you want your boy to win. I know it would be the crowning achievement, a feel-good moment for Drew to win. Not on his home turf necessarily, but more his home turf than America. But us Americans, we get the job done. And while I'm sure that everybody's picking Drew for this one because everybody has heard the rumors about splitting the belts in USA Network, and everyone thinks it's Drew's time, and everyone is getting tired of Roman, and you know, I'm riding with my boy. I'm going down swinging. Roman Reigns winning the match. Whether that be because of Karrion Kross or not, who knows? Oh, but what if it's a DQ? Nope. Going Reigns. Going Reigns. Reigns is winning.
Now, time for the UK's predictions. Now, sadly, Tyler's away on holiday and Leon's just had another kid. Yes, I know. Don't get us started. But either way, congratulations to Leon and Kim. But I'm here to do the predictions for Team UK. But for one night only, we ain't going as Team UK. Because as ever, boys, we ain't a bloodline. We ain't a brotherhood. We might just be a bunch of pals that met up during the COVID pandemic. But this is the first stadium show in 30 years in the United Kingdom. And you know what? It's just for the shits and giggles. We're going to throw it back for one night only. For one night only, the MWO is back, bitches. But no, Team UK's predictions. We predict that Liv Morgan will retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. Some of us believe this might be some DQ bullshit, like what happened at the Royal Rumble between Seth and Roman, but we'll discuss that later. In the 6 women's tag team match, we've got Team Bayley winning. Now, this is more likely just to kind of reinforce the idea that Bayley could potentially become Raw Women's Champion soon, probably around Extreme Rules maybe. But it needs to be something after Io and Dakota should have won the women's tag team titles. For the match between Riddle and Seth Rollins, we have all gone Matt Riddle. Maybe because Seth is this guy that does, if he takes a loss, is that a big concern? No, not really. But then Riddle, you need to kind of really need to build him enough. That promo that we had on Raw, Riddle's going for fucking blood. For the match, for the tag team match between Edge and Rey Mysterio, with Edge and Rey Mysterio facing the Judgment Day. Now, Tyler does hate Edge and Mysterio, but majority pick overrules. We choose the Judgment Day, just because I think there's going to be some shenanigans in that match. Now, on to the other title matches. For the Intercontinental Championship, it is Gunther versus Sheamus. We have all gone Sheamus. I think this is just for the reason because it's in the stadium. They need something. If Sheamus can win the title and our other pick, more on that later, wins the title, then it's a little bit of something. But Sheamus just needs that. It's his white whale. He can win the IC title and then drop it instantly at Extreme Rules, or even drop it on SmackDown for all we care. But then in the main event, it's for the WWE. I'm sorry, I've got an ambulance deciding to go past my house. It's for the undisputed WWE Championship, or undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Another fucking alarm, Jesus Christ. No, for the undisputed championship, we have Drew McIntyre winning. Like, just like in 1992 when, I'm sorry Brett, but you lost the championship to the British Bulldog, they have to do something. Like, we knew back in 2020 Drew was going to beat Brock Lesnar for the title in a stadium. This is now the chance for Drew to have a proper homecoming and win and become a 3-time WWE. Is it a 3-time WWE champion, or it would be a 1-time undisputed champion? I don't fucking know. But either way, we have Drew McIntyre winning. And all I can say is, whatever happens in Cardiff, if Drew McIntyre doesn't win, we will fucking riot. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, that is our Clash at Clash at the Castle predictions. Leave your comments in the description who you think is going to win. Like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys next time. Potentially for another predictions video, because Ken and these guys will don't do fuck all.